Life is really good right now, honestly. I feel so good right now with my food. I feel so good with my training. I feel good with my progress. Yeah, life is really good right now. Like overall, I feel really good just in general. Like my health feels good, my sleep is good, my energy is pretty good. I've been a little bit more tired, I think post New York, but the food's going down well. Like I think like 4 weeks ago, I was taking like an hour to eat my meals. Honest to God, it would take me an hour because I would eat as much as I could, shove my face, and then like I'd have to take a break and I'd walk around, come back to it, and get all the food in. And food's pouring out of my mouth, rice is all over my face, and you gotta do though. But it's trips like that. That's why I took the year off. That was why. You know, when we talked about like why am I taking the year off, and I said it's one to grow, which is, you know, we're doing that right now, and two was for my business, and so I could grow my business too. And I could never do that if I'm prepping. There's no way. I can't drive for 8 hours while I'm prepping, or you can't do it. So I would never go to my routine that much for a whole weekend either. So it was like Thursday to Sunday, and we had such a good time. It was such a really, really good trip. But if that was prep, I wouldn't be feeling it. But the gym we went to, Iron Culture, New Jersey, for those of you watching, is a really, really good gym. So it's more like it's like a boutique Pure. That's how I'd kind of look at it. It's smaller, but like smaller than Pure. Every gym's smaller than Pure. It's actually a pretty good gym. So check that out if you're there.
Nothing crazy. It's just look at the mirror.
That's all it is.
It's just here. That's all I'm doing.
Watch, like this is my natural state.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just turn it out.
Yeah.
Boom. That'll happen, and that's it.
Contraction.
See, that was even different what you just did a second ago.
Yeah.
But don't squat.
Okay.
Yeah, just rotate your femurs. Just rotate your femurs. There. See? Now look. Now that was way different what you did a second ago. And keep your mind on your femurs. Done. There you go. There you go. So here's the thing. Because like you know like you know how to train, you know what especially you have really good body awareness. If you know your body does something, you know how you just told me why your body does certain things, then just cue yourself and just do what you're supposed to do. If you don't see it, do it. Yeah. But I know what you mean. If you see someone else come in and be like, hey bro, so do this, it's like, okay, yeah, it just clarifies what you're already thinking.
And then I come here, I lose this, I'm here, and I've got all this going down, and then this, I've lost it by the end of it.
And that's why I always tell people, if this leg is the lead leg where it's going out, it doesn't take much effort to flex this leg. I might look, my foot's not even on the ground. It doesn't take much if you have that muscle-mind connection. Sure. But everyone takes the mind off of this, and then if you shift your weight, now this leg goes skinny. Anyways, all right, let's see what you got. Let's go from the top.
Okay. Whew. Yep. Okay. Fuck, okay.
Stand up. There you go. So here's the thing. When you hit that, the longer you're holding it, because you're so tight, right? If this chest, okay. Remember, you don't have to do that. If I just stand nice and tall, so you see how I have the silhouette? Yeah. And from here, I flex my abs from here. But if I crunch down and now
like you're pulling up almost like,
and not just say, you have to remember you're 3D. Remember the 4/4 turn pose is just to show the symmetry. It just shows the outline, the beautiful shape, right? We have front double bicep chest, so we can really get that fine, that big. Bro, you got so much 3D, just stand there and then just let the air out. Do it again. And even your shoulders, like don't get all bunched up, just chill.
Posing too hard.
There. More. No, don't even take in a deep breath. Just let the air out. Just let the air out. Just let the air out. And then right there. Just stay right there. Calm. Relax.
Now we're really gonna get big.
hamstrings in, rather than you
pushing
stand up, and you're more like this. You're more like here, whereas most of us, we drag in, we sit down, and now I'm able to squeeze my glute, my hamstring.
I like how my glute and hams look better.
I know how you
thinking of a
pose.
silhouette for classic. Like I'm just looking at what's best for me. Because they both, like some guys look really good like that, but they might have more drop or more whatever, right?
But that's focusing on one little thing, which takes away from, and this is what I always say with posing. We can't look at one little detail and flex the whole entire body just to benefit this one thing. I don't.
I do sometimes.
And I don't have my clients do that.
Look at the line.
We have to look at the whole picture. Look at the whole picture. Because now look, and here's the thing. I actually like it when you sit back on it. Because look what it does to your hamstring. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm anterior pelvic tilting, sticking up my glute. Like look, like I said. So if this is my quarter turn pose with my legs, when I go and hit my side chest, I'm not arching my glutes from standing like a bikini, but you see how I'm standing naturally? Yeah. As soon as I sit, I'm still standing naturally. I'm sitting on it. By me sitting on it, you get the feather, in the quad. Look, my hamstring's not flexed. Watch what I do to make my hamstring pop now. I just squeeze my glute, now my hamstring drops. Yeah. But if I stand up and I'm doing this, where now my base leg is completely straight and I'm standing up, I can lose that girth. Because by me doing this, dragging it in, that's why we all have our hamstring hang. And then look at my quad. My quad looks 1,000 times bigger because that back leg, you're not using your back leg. Right. If you were to use your back leg, you'll be even more compound. A guy like me with your kind of thickness, if we're on stage, you're gonna overpower me. Right. There you go. Exactly. So don't be afraid. Just let the tricep sit on that and just kind of almost let the forearms just flare down. Not out, just down. Because here's the thing. You see where your lats sit and you see where your hip is? You don't want your arm too far from this point. Because if your arm is too far from this point, well now look, you look very gappy and then your back looks like it's empty. Yeah. Cool. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so keep your arms where they are. Take a photographic memory. Bring your tricep to my hands, both of them. And it's still anterior pelvic, and still rotate. See the difference? You don't want you don't want the tricep too far off of that lat line. Because then again, now it's gonna look empty from that. Shallow. It's gonna look shallow from here. Yeah. You'll notice the more this tricep keeps coming lower, the thickness of your lats keep coming out. But if the arm is anywhere high, it's going to elongate it. Cool. Try to do this. So here's the thing. So this is what I mean. So it's a little choppy, but you can make it smooth. Just have it, do the same. So front thigh up, we're here. We're there. You come down, what did you do? Go ahead, go ahead. Yep, keep going, ignore me. You cross.
But it's from here that I feel awkward.
Look in the mirror. So it will literally have to be a roll. Yeah. Roll, and you will have to get it in one, that's how you would make it smooth. And that's practice, and that would just be practice. And make sure this arm, your right arm, it doesn't flare out, it stays with you. So you're here, watch my right arm. Keep it to the side of your body, so then when you see your body is able to come right into it, yes. See that? There's always a way to make something so simple. Yep, and then the arm comes right there. And even when you come up, relax. Even when you come up, when you come down, your hands cross over. Even when you come down, keep this lat open. Cross your arms over. Yep. No, don't bunch up. Just keep the lat open, but let the arms relax. Relax your arms and keep your core tight. Boom. So now from here, keep this lat open. The arm will stay here because it's already in place. Does that make sense? Yep. Wow, we just took something that looked choppy and made it smooth. Sweet and simple.
Yep, okay.
Like, let's say when you're practicing and putting together your posing routines, whatever you do on top, you can do on the bottom.
Okay.
And that's like the easiest way to think about posing routines. So example, if I'm doing a front double by here, right? Well, if I go to the ground, it's the exact same thing, right? And with this pose, so you see how your knee is bent? This is another mobility thing. You want to be able to open up your hip, stretch out, so you're actually sitting on your legs, whereas you see how your knee is completely rotated down? You see how you see how this knee kind of comes down? You literally want it where it's nice and straight. And that will be a mobility thing in stretching, because what happens is it puts the quad is sitting on top, rather than if the knee is rotated down, now the quad is facing this way. Right. We so drop, arm straight. So here's the only thing, with ground poses, you have to pay attention to this. So I actually say, just let the foot go. Let the foot go. So now flex the calf, you have the hamstring, you have the glute. So this whole leg must be tense. And then everything else works around this nice base. Because when a lot of guys hit those ground poses, they don't pay attention to this leg.
They just do the pose, yeah.
They just do the pose. But if you actually flex that glute, that ham, and that calf, the whole body's gonna flow, where you're gonna see all these muscles flexing. Right. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Same thing with the back. If I do a back double by here, you know the classic way. I don't know if I showed you this. So there's two ways to do the back double by. So we have the conventional way where our hip is directly squared and we're here, or we could take it where it's more towards the side. So you know how we do our front double by?
And we did this one too.
Yes, exactly. So instead of doing it the conventional way, to make it a little more classic, just put it right to the side, literally right to your side, lean the hip.
To your left side?
So what's your base? So this is your base, then you lean this way. You lean this way, so now this leg has more of that sleek look, and then you would do a front double by and put that arm out. Put that arm straight. And you can look this way. So from here, you could even put the hand behind the head, put this hand behind the head, boom. You have your front double by, back double by. You could even do one hand on hip. So because it's the same thing like the front. Whatever leg is extended, that hand goes on hip.